Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi, and I help folks just like you, just like me, with a job or without a job to get a side gig online and use social media to grow it. If that is you, drop the word me in the comments. I got you. We'll get together. Let's chat a little bit. Let's see what's up. And if you're not following me, I mean, why not? Why not? Follow me. I'm live on all channels right now: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, later on X, Threads, LinkedIn. And I go with Side Gig Sean. Would be a pleasure to have you follow me, and I will follow back. So let's go. Tonight, you know, gosh, the past sometimes really sucks, doesn't it? Like if you think about it, sometimes you look at your past, you're like, man, that sucks. That really, there's a few things that maybe a lot of things in your past that if they gave you an eraser that was able to erase the past, you may have taken it and said, all right, I would love this part. I would love to erase this part of my life in the past, this part, this part, this part. But I'm here to tell you that you are not your past. I'm not my past. You're not your past. It just doesn't make any sense um, for you to think that way because the past has changed, right? Because you have changed. You have evolved over the years. Now, if you're not your past, then who are you? You hear this all the time. You're not your past. You are who you are supposed to be. Well, who are you supposed to be? I'm going to give you a little story, a real true story. You guys know I'm a huge fan of stories, collecting them, telling them, and if they are a true story, I'm even a bigger fan. So there is a gentleman by the name of Jaime. He is actually in Southern California, right here. And what he does, he teaches the troubled youth of the co- community, if you would. So one day he walks in and he tells a story to these kids about E9400. And he tells the story and he says, E9400 was born approximately in Texas in El Paso, and at the age of 8 he was introduced to alcohol. At the age of 9 he was sexually abused by somebody who was 24 years older than him. Basically, at age 9 he becomes sexually active. At age 14 he's introduced to some hardcore drugs. At age 15 he becomes a mule for the cartel. And at age 24, not only he is charged, but he is convicted of 11 federal crimes. And he serves in San Quentin. Everybody's like, wow, what a story. Yeah. A couple of days goes by, and Jaime walks into the class again and tells the class, "Hey, do you guys remember that I told you this story about E9400?" And the kids look at each other and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 for sure, yeah." And he says, "Well, he's here today. He's actually in the hallway." And the kids are like, "Oh, really? He's actually here? We get to meet this guy?" And he says, "He's out right here in the hallway. I'm going to go get him." So he goes outside, closes the door, walks back in, and kind of stands in front of the class. And the classroom is just kind of looking, kind of waiting. They're like, you know, looking at the door. They're waiting for E9400 to come through. And then Jaime turns around to the class and says, I am E9400. I am the guy that I told you about. Now, I told you all that because that's my past. That's not who I am supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the person that stands in front of you and tells this story and helps the troubled youth. That's my purpose. But I had to go through this past in order to get here. What he had to do, he had to update his identity. You see, sometimes we connect with these things and we hold on to them as our identity. That's why I have such a major issue when people say, I am a stutterer. No, 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 no. You got to be extremely careful what you put right after I am. It's super important. You got to be very careful. See, you're giving power to something that maybe you shouldn't. I am blank. Very, very important to pay attention to what you put after. So sometimes we go through some serious hardship in our past. Um, I really don't want to get into my story, but Mari, thank you. But I can tell you, I'm no stranger to hard times and difficult times and crappy past. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not a stranger to that. However, I will tell you this: my mentor said this maybe about a year ago, and I just love this. He said, "You're supposed to help the person you used to be. You're supposed to help the person you used to be. Who did you used to be?" The other night, I spoke about the exit plan. That's where the purpose is. See, that's the exit plan. Him getting out of alcohol, him putting all that sexual abuse aside and really dealing with the pain, him putting all the hardcore drugs away, him doing away with the cartel, him serving his time in San Quentin for 11 federal convictions, and then coming out and teaching the youth of how avoid all that. See, he's helping the person he used to be. He had to update that identity. He had to go to Jaime 2.0, 3.0, maybe. Maybe you and I need to do that. Maybe we need to update our identity. Your purpose lies right in the exit, where you're supposed to get out of and who you're supposed to help, the person you used to be. Some of you have been, grown up as a foster child. Some of you have been in abusive homes. Some of you have been abused by your spouses. Um, all kinds of stuff. You're supposed to work that out and then help those people in that situation. And that's supposed to be your calling, your purpose. You update your identity. I want you to really, really, really focus on that because that's so important. I know I have done this before. You get stuck in the crappy past. We have a tendency when we go there, we like kind of stay around, right? Um, I know it's not a good environment. It's already in the past. We should look forward to tomorrow, what we're building for tomorrow, what we're doing, right? So I want you to pay really attention to that. The next time you start to beat yourself up about your past, and just sit down for a second, dig deep, and try to think or ask the good Lord, if that's your thing, ask the good Lord, hey, what am I supposed to learn from here? What are you trying to teach me? What are we doing here? Literally, those are the questions. By the way, I get these things. I'm listening to Graham Cook, and man, his content is just so amazing. Um, yeah, I really love his content. So there's there's like a bunch of routines and teachings and challenges and stuff that I plug into. And if you're into that stuff, if you want to check out some of amazing content from Graham Cook, drop the word Graham in the comments. And I got you a 5-day free trial. You can get into the content and check it out and see if it's for you or not. But he there's a part that he talks about the questions to ask from God, and I think that's really important. I had never thought about that, right? Questions to ask from God, and then let Him answer, right? So ask, ask. Well, what am I supposed to learn from here? What are we doing here? What's going on here? And I pray that you get your answer. With that, hopefully, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you're not following me, let's go already. You can find me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. I go with Side Gig Sean. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, if you know somebody who's got to hear this, tag them to it. And don't be stingy with my lives. It's my life. Tag them. Give credit, but tag them. And yeah, with that, I am Sean Azimi, and I help folks with a job to start a side gig online and use social media to grow it. If that is you, drop the word me in the comments, whether you're serious or curious. Who knows? Who knows? Good times right now. This is a great um, time right now. So, with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.